I cannot even tell you how many times I've tried starting this vlog and have restarted it and never finished it, but today's the day that I'm finally back to YouTube. If I'm being honest, I already filmed this vlog like a week ago, but I completely forgot to film an intro, and I realized that while editing it today. Here I am introducing the vlog so that another week of footage doesn't go to waste. I actually checked today and it's been almost a year since I posted on YouTube, and that goal of mine has really taken a backseat for very valid reasons. One of my biggest goals of 2026 is to be consistent on all platforms, especially YouTube. I love YouTube and I love vlogging. Today's vlog is basically just me doing my weekly beauty maintenance at home. Everything that I do to kind of stay low maintenance, everything I do to save money at home versus in the salon. And I also figured it would be a perfect time to just catch up because like I said, it really has been a long time since I've posted a vlog on YouTube, and really a lot has changed in my life since then. So this is a really great opportunity to kind of just catch you up to speed. But anyways, with that being said, let's get into the self-care. To be that girl, but I really just cannot get over this pimple on my face. But it's okay because we're gonna fix it. I just got back from vacation a couple days ago, so it's really important for me to be moisturizing my body to maintain my tan. The next part of what I'm going to be doing here is a little at-home facial. I don't go like too hard because I know that's not really that good for your skin. Like, I'm not a professional, I don't know what I'm doing, but I do like to kind of do a little bit of a more intense like maintenance routine at home. So it starts off with a double cleanse. I'm always start off with an oil cleanser, and then I go in with like a foam cleanser just to get all the oil off. So the foam cleanser that I'm using is the Medicube Zero Pore Blackhead. So I use a couple pumps of this, warm it up in my hands, and I like really use my fingertips to go in circular motions around my face, and this really helps pull all those little blackheads and bumps out of your pores. I do this for around a minute, so maybe now would be a good time to kind of chat a little bit. So like I said, I haven't been posting on YouTube in so long. The reason for that is a good reason. I do kind of feel like I had to put my own social media career on the side for a bit, because in February of last year I decided to start my own social media management agency. So it started off pretty slow, but I was still working my 9 to 5, so every single free hour of the day, and I was extremely busy. My own content has taken like such a hit, but I was really trying to grow my business with the goal of being able to leave my corporate job. So fast forward to August of last year, I built up enough clientele to leave, and I quit my job, which is like honestly the greatest accomplishment of my life, like bigger than graduating university, bigger than literally anything. That was quite literally the biggest accomplishment of my life, and kind of showed me that my business kind of made it, you know. If that was enough for me to be able to leave my job, to me, like, I made it. I've kind of like settled in enough to be able to focus back on my own content journey, but it honestly is really hard. Having to constantly be creative and come up with ideas and manage other businesses' content and marketing is a lot. And then having to come home and do it for yourself just sometimes doesn't always flow naturally. And for me, I'm the type of person that I have to be in the mood to want to do it. Like, I can't just like force myself to sit down and film something if I don't want to film. After you do this, you want to, what's the word? Whatever. You want to wet your hands, and then you want to go back in and just go over the oil with the water, because some like the water and the oil, what's it called? I don't know. They just do it. After that's washed off, that's where you go in with your second cleanser. So for this one, I'm using the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Ceramide Cleanser, which is really nice. It's very gentle. It doesn't really dry out your skin. This just really makes sure your skin is like clean. Okay, done in there, and I got my cute little PJ set on. Just show you a bit. I got this actually at Primark when I was in London. Oh my god, yeah, that's another life update. I went to London and Paris with my best friend in November, and like, oh my god, it was like such a dream, especially Paris. London I liked, but I wasn't like in love with, but I was absolutely so in love with Paris. It was just like now my favorite place I've ever been in the entire world. But anyways, Primark is like one of my favorite stores to shop here. We have one across the border in Buffalo and also one in Florida nearby to our apartment. So I actually always go to Primark. I love it, and I love the pajamas specifically. So this was one of the ones that I picked up in London. I'm all cozied up and I'm ready to go. So we have a pretty crazy lineup tonight. I'll kind of show you a bit of what we're working with. So I'm starting first with like my little at-home facial, and then after I'm done, I'm going to be tinting my brows, and I'm going to be doing my lashes for the week. Oh, I'm also laminating my brows. We got a lot on the to-do list, and I also have to eat dinner, so let's get started. This is my favorite little at-home facial device. This is from Project E Beauty, and it's a ultrasonic skin scrubber. So you use it to kind of like scrape out your pores. Okay, I'm really sitting on the floor when I have a perfectly good vanity upstairs, but I just can't bring myself, although we've been together for almost 6 years, I just can't bring myself to sit and vlog in front of him. And also he's watching a movie, so sorry, we're sitting on the floor. So I'm going in with a hyaluronic acid. I love this one. This one is like kind of an exclusive product from my favorite med spa in Toronto called Dermabar. You can only get it at Dermabar, but it is like literally the best hyaluronic acid I've ever used. So you power the product on, and then you do negative, and then you just kind of like start scraping the surface of your skin. You can already see like of my face. That's disgusting. Noise is horrible, so I'm kind of just gonna like show you how I do it and then just do it off camera. I'm finished with that, and you can kind of see how it does make your face a little bit red, especially like around the pore area. That's where like I really go in and scrape, and my chin. But now I'm gonna go in with a clay mask to like really pull all the last bit of dirt out of my pores. So I'm using the Innisfree Super Volcanic Pore Clay Mask, and usually I do have a brush, but I couldn't find any of them, so unfortunately I'm just going in with my fingers today. But it's okay, I kind of like it because you can kind of like really like rub it into your pores. Now you guys know about my business and just some other life updates. I moved out of my parents' house, and I finally moved in with my boyfriend Wes. So I've been living here since September, and it's been really nice. I am such a city girl to my core, and I'm so happy to be living in the city. To be honest, everything kind of happened at once with leaving my job and moving. I mean, my 9 to 5 was a lot closer to my parents' house, so it kind of made sense, but pretty much in August, it was like, okay, I'm quitting my job and I'm also moving out. It was kind of like a rough couple months, not like rough in terms of like happiness. Like I was very happy, of course. Like I literally was like living my dream all of a sudden. It was more so just like so much of an adjustment, and it was like all at once. I felt like I just had no routine, no organization, like living in a new space in a new city, and then also trying to navigate like working for myself full time, having no routine, no structure. I mean, obviously that's kind of what I was trying to get away from with my 9 to 5. It never, what's the saying? I don't know. I can't even think today. Can I even speak English? And why is there hair mask in my hair? What I'm trying to say is I never fail to forget every single day how lucky I am to be living my dream. The whole reason why I even started with my whole business journey was because last year at Christmas, I went away again with my family, and when I came home, I was so incredibly miserable knowing that I had to go back to work. And I was so confused because I was just thinking, like, do I just hate working? Am I just lazy? Am I just not cut out for this life? But then I realized, like, no, it's just this job. Like, I'm not doing something that I love, and I know that here there's a ceiling, and I know that the person that I am, I'm very driven, I'm very hardworking, and there doesn't need to be a ceiling. Like, I don't have to kind of just like waste all my energy here. If I go and do something for myself on my own, I know I can take myself like 10 times more than what I would working for somebody else. Like, I swear, every single Sunday night, I would call Wes when I still lived at home. We would call every night, but every Sunday night, I would sit on the phone and like cry basically about having to go to work the next day and start a whole new week over Monday to Friday and know that for the next 5 days I was going to be miserable again. And I just hated that dynamic of like just feeling like I'm living for the weekend. I love social media. Social media is my whole life. I love creating content. Like for me, that's my creative outlet. At the same time, I also love beauty. I love hair, makeup, nails, skin. I love everything. And it just kind of felt like so perfect. I'm like, yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm a content creator. Like I know I could be a social media manager because I know how to create beautiful content and I love working with people and I know that this is something that I could do. And it was, it wasn't even challenging to start. It just kind of felt like it was just challenging to actually get myself to the point of execution. And I feel like that's a lot of people's problem, where they have all these ideas, but they're too scared to actually make the jump. And it's just the effort of having to figure something out kind of holds people back from doing it. I started in February, and yeah, pretty much I want to say every single day from February until August, I worked on my business until I got to the point where I have a full roster of clients, because I didn't even want it at that point. Like I needed it. Anyways, I'm gonna wait for this to dry, wash it off, and come back with the next step of my facial. All clean, and my skin is honestly feeling like squeaky clean, but it's definitely dry. The pimple is still pimpling. Now for the next phase of my at-home facial, I like to go in with a collagen mask. I'm starting to get stage fright because Wes is right outside the door making us dinner, and I'm scared he's gonna hear me. When you first put them on the face, like the texture and the sensation, like the cold, I hate. Oh, like I hate that. Oh my god. The next video I want to do is my current morning routine, because I've really developed like a pretty intense morning routine that I love so much, and I really want to share it with anybody who's kind of like struggles to like really enjoy their mornings, because I have never been a morning person until this routine, and I've really been loving it and sticking to it, which is the important part. Removed my sheet mask, had dinner, took my supplements for the night, and now it's time for the eyebrows. Unfortunately, things have taken a turn for the worse. I don't have plastic wrap. I thought the kit was gonna come with it like my other one did, but it didn't. So I hopped on Chat, and Chat said to cut a sandwich bag into strips and use that, and that will kind of do the same thing. Okay, now I'm gonna apply perm lotion. I'm gonna use one of these applicators. Apply comb and comb up the hairs. I'm gonna quickly cover it so it stays how I placed it. I got both of these on. I do have some really big goals for myself for 2026. So I think I may have mentioned them already, but posting every single day on TikTok and posting weekly again on YouTube. I'm really trying to stay consistent, because last year I did notice like I really fell off my own personal content game, like I said, and I noticed that I started, you know, not getting invited to events and like not getting PR anymore, like not getting any exciting brand deals, and it kind of hurt. But at the same time, I realized like I kind of had to take a step back because I had to prioritize something else. And at the end of the day, I needed that first, because if I couldn't actually just be happy in my everyday life, then there was no way that I could go get all the PR in the world and it still wouldn't make me happy, because I was at that job, you know? So I kind of like allowed myself the year to just like really focus on my business. But now like there's no room for failure anymore. I don't want to say it's failure, but no room to like not show up for yourself anymore. 2026 is really going to be the year where like I don't want to end this year and say like, oh, I wish I did this in 2026 and I'm going to try to do it in 2027. Like the thought of 2027 still trying to achieve things I've been trying to achieve for 3 years in 2027, like that makes me sick to my stomach. So it's going to be the year, no more excuses. I don't care. My frontal lobe is fully developed. Like it's happening. If I say it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So time to wipe off this brow. Now I have to get the number 2 setting lotion. One of the things that I'm definitely trying to achieve more in 2026 is like an effortless look instead of like, I don't want to feel like only good about myself if I'm like fully glammed up. I want to be able to like feel good about myself even if I'm like wearing no makeup. Like, I want to feel put together still. And I feel like all of these beauty treatments I kind of like try to avoid, especially brows, because brows can be very expensive, but it's just so nice having them done. But then I'm like, just do them at home, like make the time for yourself. So like a brow lamination doesn't even need to be done that often. But I feel like a brow lamination and tint really goes a long way in your appearance. After this, I'm just gonna apply a nourishing lotion and be done. So I'm just gonna come back with the final result, and then we're gonna get ready for the brow tints. So I'm done with the lamination, and I'm actually very happy with it. It looks really good. Like, I would say it looks professionally done. The only thing is I'm not exactly sure how long it's gonna last, but so far I'm happy with the results. Now it's time for the dye. I've never used this exact one before. This one is a bit of a scary situation because it's just a tube. So you just comb in and leave for 10 minutes and then shampoo out. There is no room for fear on self-care day. You just gotta fully commit. It just, oh my God. Okay, we're just going for it. It can't get on your skin, right? I'm asking as if this is happening live. This could be potential disaster. All right, well, here we are. It's too late now, isn't it? I'm honestly getting really scared to leave them on beyond this point. I have like 2 minutes left, and I'm just, do I wipe them off? I don't know, I feel like this is just gonna stain my whole face. Oh, actually that did wipe off pretty well. Do I just leave it? Okay, I'm just gonna send it, it's fine. Oh, you need water. Oh, this is bad. This needs water, but you're not supposed to wet your brows after you laminate them. Oh, I actually really like that. Okay, we're back, and I'm actually very happy with how they came out. This was really such a good DIY, and I feel like my brows still look laminated. I don't know if that's messed it up at all, but let's, fingers crossed, hope that I didn't just do that all for nothing. The final part of this self-care night is going to be my lashes. I really want to have my lashes always done because I feel like when you have no makeup but your brows are done and your lashes are done, it just really makes you look so elevated. Ordered these strip lashes. I got brown, and I also got the lash glue, this lash glue here that my sister recommends. She says that these make her lashes stay on all week. So we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna start off by curling the first eye that I'm starting with. I'm gonna go in with the bonding side. I'm going to really like, I'm already making a mess. Get in there. And then you just kind of like lift. I'm sure you've seen this a million times on TikTok. You just get it underneath your lash. And you just kind of like, that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm not gonna bore you by showing you the whole process. I'm just gonna come back when I'm done. Okay, and the lashes are done. I went with a very like natural lash this week because I don't really have much planned. I'm not really going to see any clients or anything. I'm just kind of working from home. So I did 114 and then 112, and that was literally it. I didn't need anything else, and it just really gives a nice like elongated cat eye type of effect. And it's very subtle, but it makes a big difference in my opinion. So that pretty much concludes self-care night. That is a routine that I'm gonna try to repeat as often as needed. I'm really happy with how everything came out. I'm really just hoping that I didn't mess up my lamination by wetting it immediately because of the dye, but we'll see. Either way, I'm super happy with this, and at the end of the day, the goal is just to take some time for yourself to really feel confident, and I feel like I've achieved that, so that was a win. At the same time, I also was able to kind of catch you guys up a little bit on everything that's been going on in my life since I last was on here, which, like we said, was a very, very long time. I have an eyelash, so let me make a wish. When that wish comes true, I'll let you know what it was. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for giving me another chance and watching me again. And I'm gonna be really consistent on here this year, and I just really want to build a community and just a girly, safe, friendly vibe to just chat and, you know, be real and talk about life and work and all that. And that is exactly what I intend to be. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.